Every single year, in the last few days of December, millions of people set their New Year's resolutions with a genuine hope, motivation, and belief that this will be the year where they finally achieve their goals and dreams. I'll finally start eating healthier, exercise more, drink less, quit smoking, stop procrastinating, or leave their unhealthy relationships behind. And at first, it feels like it's working. You've got the motivation, determination, you stick to it, and it feels great. But then February comes, March comes, April comes, and a few months later down the line, you find yourself noticing that all those New Year's resolutions somehow just fell apart, and you didn't even notice when. Why does this happen to so many of us every single year? In today's video, you'll find an answer to this question. And no, it's not because you're lazy or you lack willpower or discipline. Hi and welcome to Sense of Synergy channel. I'm Carolina and I'm a hypnopsychotherapist, mindfulness teacher, and I have almost 10 years of working experience in the mental health sector. If you're interested in topics like mental health, personal growth and development, make sure you stick around with me. Have you ever set yourself the intention of losing weight in the new year? And maybe you start off really motivated. You know that you've researched it, you've read books about it, you've listened to podcasts and experts, you've got your meals and whole diet prepped, you even know what to buy when you go for your weekly grocery shop. And everything's going great and you're proud of yourself in the first few weeks or months. And then one day you open your fridge or your cupboards and you notice the same old snacks reappearing. And you don't really quite know how they even ended up there. Or maybe you promise yourself that you will start going to gym or fitness classes more consistently this year. And you're enjoying it. Every single time you leave that gym, you feel better within yourself. But you miss one session and another and another. And you don't even notice when the habit, the routine just fades away. Or maybe it shows up in your relationships. Maybe you keep letting that one person back into your life, that one person who you know doesn't treat you well or doesn't respect your boundaries. And each time they come back and you recreate that relationship or friendship, it ends up in chaos, pain, and disappointment for you. And each time this happens, you end up feeling frustrated or even blaming yourself, asking, why did I allow this to happen again? Why didn't I just say no to them? Setting effective New Year's resolutions isn't just about making them smart, having a plan, or having enough willpower and determination. Because if it was just about that, so many of us wouldn't be setting exactly the same goals each year on repeat. But we've been sold this idea that willpower and stronger determination are keys to success, right? And when things don't go to plan or we trip on our way to achieving those goals, we feel weak and broken and like there's something wrong with us. Because in our heads, we've got this association that if I can't reach that goal that I've set myself, that means I don't have strong willpower, I don't have discipline, and therefore I'm not a strong person. And we feel ashamed and confused, and we ask ourselves, why do I keep ending up in the same cycle over and over again? And what's really sad about this is that it starts off with a good intention to improve or grow or change something for the better in our lives. But in the process, we seem to end up feeling worse and worse about ourselves. And that's because we focus too much on those ideas of strong willpower, determination, and discipline. And we keep missing a key element to this whole puzzle: our subconscious. When we set our New Year's resolutions or any goals, we do that from our conscious mind. So think about your conscious mind as that part of you that does the logical, rational thinking, that is able to foresee the consequences of actions or the lack of actions, that values long-term benefits over short-term fixes. On this level, we think to ourselves, of course, I want to quit smoking and drink less. I want to be healthy. Of course, I want to go to those fitness classes and be active. I want to feel good in my own skin and body. Of course, I don't want to be treated like this in a relationship. I deserve a better, healthier relationship. But your subconscious mind doesn't work like this. Imagine your subconscious mind as this internal hard wiring. It's made up of these deeply embedded ways of functioning and reacting to your everyday life. So it consists of automatic, habitual responses, beliefs, ways of thinking, ways of responding to your emotions. And as human beings, we pride ourselves in being so logical and so rational in the way we are, right? But the truth is, and the research shows that over 90% of our daily decisions and behaviors are actually driven by our subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind has three priorities: your safety, survival, and familiarity. So your subconscious mind doesn't really think about the long-term benefits of changes or New Year's resolutions that you're trying to implement. It doesn't really think about your happiness or success, even though it sounds quite harsh. Your subconscious mind can be quite primitive, and it will go for comfort over growth and development. It will choose what's familiar and what's known over change and new possibilities. And it will value the short-term instant gratification over long-term bigger goals and dreams. And I don't want you to think that your subconscious mind is your enemy or that it's against you. It's just trying to protect you and help you in ways that may be outdated. It's going to go for what's known over what's better for you. It's going to go for what gives you the instant relief over what's better for you on long run. And because those subconscious patterns and strategies are so deeply embedded and have existed in us for years or decades of our lives, that's why they're so hard to override by our conscious mind. And that's why, even though when we, on a rational, logical level, want to change a certain behavior or want to stop doing something, it may be so hard to do that on long term. Because after some time, when motivation expires and dissolves a little bit, we're left with that internal conflict between the conscious and subconscious mind. Because if a certain behavior or habit helps you to cope, relax, get rid of discomfort, or regulate your emotions in some way, your subconscious mind will hold on to that habit or behavior, even if it's not helpful for you in the long run. So when we're trying to change our behavior or get rid of a habit we have without addressing the subconscious need or the subconscious reason why we have it in the first place, we end up feeling like following that New Year's resolution or that goal becomes a battle with ourselves, internal battle. And what we notice is certain resistance starts to show up, losing motivation, forgetting our New Year's resolutions, procrastination, self-sabotage, or the one that many of us know really, really well. Coming up with excuses or reasons why we either can't, don't want to, or are not able to follow that goal we set ourselves. All those things are symptoms of that internal conflict between conscious mind that set those goals and subconscious mind that is trying to meet a certain need by not doing that. That's why we can know, logically, rationally know that something is bad for us and we want to change it. We promise ourselves we're going to change it. and we still end up doing the same thing. And oftentimes we hear or think words like, it feels like it was on autopilot, or it feels like it was stronger than me. This is where approaches like hypnotherapy can be so helpful and beneficial in setting your New Year's resolutions, implementing changes and growth and development in your life, or trying to overcome those barriers within us. Because hypnotherapy works on the level where those habits and subconscious behaviors are being created. So instead of continuing that fight between your conscious and subconscious mind, we're trying to collaborate with our subconscious mind and work together to identify the subconscious benefits of those unwanted behaviors or habits, to release those outdated strategies to meet emotional needs on that subconscious level, to reprogram our habits and behaviors at the level of the automatic responses, and to align our subconscious beliefs and goals with our conscious ones. When your subconscious mind stops needing that certain behavior to help you cope, relax, or soothe, that behavior or habit naturally loses its function. And when your conscious and subconscious mind start working in alignment, start working together, change stops feeling like it's a battle and starts becoming more natural, effortless, and long-lasting. So if you want to make your 2026 New Year's resolutions more effective and more achievable, try something new this year. Pick one goal, one resolution that you've set yourself in the previous years that you haven't quite achieved. And ask yourself those questions. What is this habit or maintaining this habit protecting me from? What does this behavior give me? What do I gain from it? What need is it fulfilling for me? And what could I replace it with so that it's still serving the same purpose and filling the same need? What New Year's resolutions are you going to set yourself this year? And how are you planning to stick to them? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you've learned something new about your mind today. Leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well for more videos like this. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.